This is John Kidover, Chicago mayoral candidate, reading Ayn Rand's Virtue of Selfishness. This is rational life in an irrational society. Observe how many people evade, rationalize, and drive their minds into a state of blind stupor in dread of discovering that those they deal with, their loved ones, or friends, or business associates, or political rulers, are not merely mistaken but evil. Observe that this dread leads them to sanction, to help to spread the very evil whose existence they fear to acknowledge. If people did not indulge in such abject evasions as the claim that some contemptible lie means well, that a mooching bum can't help it, that a juvenile delinquent needs love, that a criminal doesn't know any better, that a power-seeking politician is moved by patriotic concern for the public good, that communists are merely agrarian reformers. The history of the past few decades or centuries would have been different. Ask yourself why totalitarian dictatorships find it necessary to pour money and effort into propaganda for their own helpless, chained, gagged slaves who have no means of protest or defense. The answer is that even the humblest peasant or the lowest savage would rise in blind rebellion were he to realize that he is being immolated, not to some incomprehensible noble purpose, but to plain, naked, human evil. Observe also that moral neutrality necessitates a progressive sympathy for vice and a progressive antagonism to virtue. A man who struggles not to acknowledge that evil is evil finds it increasingly dangerous to acknowledge that the good is the good. To him, a person of virtue is a threat that can topple all of his evasions, particularly when an issue of justice is involved, which demands that he take sides. It is then that such formulas as nobody is ever fully right or fully wrong and who am I to judge take their lethal effect. And the man who begins by saying, there is some good in the worst of us, goes on to say, there is some bad in the best of us. Then there's got to be some bad in the best of us. And then it's the best of us who make life difficult. Why don't they keep silent? Who are they to judge? And then on some gray middle-aged morning, such a man realizes suddenly that he has betrayed all the values he had loved